And from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I was curious to see who was back.
Knockout win over 83. He scores with a right hand there that's partially blocked by Braxton.
Is scared throughout the entire contest. He said, "Lost to Hamsho," and I kept thinking, geez, if I lose here tonight, if I lose.
He has not been knocked out. Had the better of that. Did not hear what really.
I really think you look at his. Think if the fight had been held like at 154 pounds, there's not too many junior middleweights.
Curtis Parker has been hampered, had some trouble with bigger people. What an amateur fight. Pennsylvania Golden fought those that year out in Honolulu.
That jab, just like he told us he would.
Tony Braxton in the black truck.
They really don't need a ring that big. Not these guys.
Getting some encouragement.
Promises to be one of 1983's top. Parker, very rarely in the past has he used the jab and doing what he said he would do.
Left jab now, beginning with a right hand. Parker had there.
Prone to cuts around both eyes, especially there to try to open some cuts around the right eye of Curtis.
But when he throws a quick overhand right. Left here.
Experts losses that these guys have between them all have been on decision. But now Tony Braxton got racked by a right.
Breaking out of a clinch, got caught with a snappy. Turned the pace of this fight dramatically.
Does not get caught with an overhand right. Did find the chin of Tony, and he is still shaken by the punch.
Right. Tony Braxton's last two are just a few feet behind us. Fought Braxton 3, and Braxton has one win in the exchange of punches. I don't know whether he's still.
Tony is wearing a look of pain. I think when he slipped then, he twisted his right ankle, and when he rose from it, he wore a look of
Braxton right in there where Parker wants you. Parker now going to the buzzsaw style that was all throughout his career.
This looks to be a knockout.
Just keeping the pressure on Tony Braxton here, and has elected to stay there, although he scores with a nice left-right here. So Braxton countering a little bit and countering effectively.
Listen to the men.
And by Braxton right now. A rally by
men that beat Curtis Parker, Dwight Davison, Mustafa Hamsho, Wilfred Sick, top middleweights in the world.
Has always been willing to land one.
Parker told us earlier that 6 years ago he celebrated his 24th.
And he's Braxton landing some crisp right hands. He did it again. Tony Braxton.
In the second round, one big right hand did it.
Round 4, we've got Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton is, of course, Wilfred Scipion, who did it last month in Atlantic.
Parker now applying the pressure. Braxton trying to fight him off.
Notice that Tony's picking them off, and Tony is landing.
There's a right.
I think as the two are in close, standing too straight up, he's got to bob and weave a little bit more, like he did then by the
right hand. And he's also been able to fight off the blows of Parker in this round. Other stuff doesn't count. 4th round. And again with that glancing right hand. Right hand just seems to be to turn a little bit.
He kind of rides with the punch, but sooner or later he's not going to really do some damage. Watch the heads. They just
hand of the body, but got under the heart.
Pulverized.
Braxton. There's a right hand by Braxton and a right hand by Parker. 30 seconds here in the 4th round. As the punches are beginning to get a little bit harder. Good left and right by Braxton, who has above us. Braxton scoring.
Very heavy shots. Those left hooks. Braxton has thrown 3. Now
a good test for both men. This will tell a lot.
When he's in front of the man to
jab, he must have been reminded in the corner.
And now he just slipped underneath the left hook. In middleweights or junior middleweights gets attacked at both men.
From the head of on the shoulder, although Parker wide open. Now Braxton peppering with left and right.
Vince. shape, they're going to fold.
Left hook by Braxton is scored. Third, not quite as effective.
And that might have been the first time that Curtis Parker has been backed up this fight.
Solidly. And he comes on here with about 30 seconds left here in the round.
Well, this is how Tony Braxton fought Frank Fletcher. This is how he fought Singletary, and he lost close decisions both times. You could see why he was depressed after the loss. Work by both.
And Parker starts it off.
Back, really letting them.
Braxton, just the picture of intensity up there as he pokes it up. Probably the two worst punches in boxing.
Well, outside the uppercuts and so forth, but the basics, the hook in the right hand, Curtis Parker still can't get away from it.
Parker getting hit now as he tries to find the opening, but covered by Braxton.
Braxton with that right hand, traveling 6, 7, 8 inches of short little chops.
Suddenly a good fight is becoming a great easy night for Vincent Renoni. Get those hands down.
Curtis Parker has never been the kind of guy to like to clinch. He does. They like the war.
Heads are dangerously close to one another.
I don't like what Curtis Parker's holding his left hand. He's got it down around his waist. Certainly not in a position to throw any kind of a hook. Also leaving himself open to that right hand that constantly finds his face.
Will the eyes and cheekbones of each fighter. Not so much with...
It's interesting here in New Jersey. I'd like to bring this to the fans' attention that for the first time, it just started last week, New Jersey is the only state that on the scorecards of the officials, why they gave a round to a certain fighter.
Braxton in the black with the white trim. Should you be watching in black and white? Parker's trumps the thinner stripe. These little choppy punches are landing. We don't know how much is on them when they're fighting this close.
I don't know why Curtis thinks he can get away with keeping that left hand down, but Tony Braxton is not missing him with a punch.
And then there's going to be a dandy.
Tony Braxton has to be thinking to himself, my goodness, Curtis, what?
A minute he's saying is, hey, I'm going to round 8 and I got a shot at this fight. Now he lands 3 straight right hands, and Parker now taking charge and moving Parker back, who can't defend against the right hand at this.
Has landed 2 hooks, I think, 3 punches.
But Parker now might be in some trouble. He's got to start an offense of his own here. There's a right hand that knocks him out, and the mouthpiece went flying. Here in round 7, and we're in the final seconds of it. That one was picked off by Braxton. What a magazine who keeps track of such.
My office in Manhattan, round of the year, fight of the year, fighter of the year, comeback of the year, and so forth. And that round candidate for the round of the year.
Tony Braxton scoring heavily early. Curtis Parker coming on with some bombs late.
And watch him just because that hard right hands and left hooks. I thought he won the round.
Battle comes on with an overhand able to defend against losing 2.
Thrown in with world middleweight champion Marvin Hagler, and believe me, that is punishment.
A fight with a Frank the Animal Fletcher. That's a strong.
Just said he'd love to take that fight. Oh, these guys have been at it night long.
So we're all even on the mouthpiece. Hand and scores by Braxton, and again a left and a right. Holy mackerel.
Just when one guy seems to be letting up and then the other guy comes back, the guy who looks to be letting up says, oh no, you're not going to steal this round, and he comes storming back.
Under 30. Two.
Something for the interview.
Lefts and rights.
Well, those extra miles of road work, that extra sprint, that extra round of jumping rope will tell here tonight as we head towards the 10th round.
Here we go again. This is round 9, and the fighters right where they've always been. Dead in front of each other, firing the leather.
Here they go again. 3 more minutes of work.
There's a right hand by Braxton. You know, we're going to possibly see a round 10 that'll decide this fight. Braxton again with another right. Parker just keeps coming.
I think that if Tony moves a little bit more and uses that hand speed, he can really outbox Curtis. He refuses to do it, and he's standing on the inside, although I think he's losing at the game, maybe 5 rounds to 3 on my unofficial scorecard. Every round is close.
Parker now applying the pressure. Bit of a retreat now.
He's throwing and throwing in front of him, looking for the one big bomb.
Well, a right hand upon a Kinley here.
Putting up on every shot. What he's got to do is start using combinations. Tony is looking for one big hook or one big right hand. He's got to move those hands.
Break defeats, and the loser is going to have another one to contend with tonight. More frequently thrown punches of Curtis Parker.
I think between the two of them, the clinch, something he has not done tonight.
Other than that, you're right, he's done nothing but welcome. Parker, the buzzsaw, in motion now.
So relentless is Curtis Parker, just doesn't let up.
9th round of a truly all you got.
Well, Jim, on my unofficial scorecard, I've got Curtis Parker ahead 6 rounds to 3.
Curtis Parker going into his windmill tactics here. Braxton can ill afford to take punches here in this round if he wants to pull it out.
Standing in front of Curtis Parker with his hands up. The brother of Tony Braxton, world light heavyweight champion, Dwight Braxton. Dwight Braxton Huawei.
Tony, another right by Tony. 3 right hands by Braxton. Parker ducked under that one. Parker seems to be able to take Braxton's best shot. He certainly has proven it.
Well, Curtis Parker said to me tonight, I want to see your 50-ring panelists leave me out of the ratings if I win tonight. And if they leave him out of the ratings on the ballots, I want to know.
And this one's going to get a standing ovation from this capacity crowd here at the Superstars Theater. You can bet on that.
I don't know what these fighters are getting paid for this one, but it's not enough.
There he is again.
But the body just isn't willing anymore. Parker just keeps coming and
this fight.
Jim, you were matchmaking in your mind before Curtis Parker.
Frank, right?
There's plenty of snap on the punches of Parker, and Tony Braxton, I believe, is hurt.
Braxton has not thrown an authoritative